Hello everyone, today my big goal is going to be reaching level 3. We completed a few of the tasks, and in doing so, we narrowed down a few signal locations, hence why we want to get to level 3. However, in order to do that, we will have to drill through a debris layer, so we're going to need some drill bits. And well, in order to decipher another signal, we would have to make 20 of those in the assembler. And seeing as I don't feel like really making all this stuff myself anyway, and we're going to need like 25 or 24, that's just two birds, one stone type of situation, if you ask me. So let's start checking this out. And there's also something else I want to see. So currently this does not have any power. They did say something about being able to transfer power through the elevator. And with they, I mean sparks. I want to see if we place a crank here and we activate the crank, it produces power for 10 minutes, right? So if we go back up to level 2, yes, this thing is now powered. And it requires copper ingots as well as iron ingots in order to make the drill bits. Then we tell one of them to get iron out of the system and the other copper. And then we tell this to make bits. So what I want to do now is I want to take out the drill bits. And I'm pretty sure we can insert them into here. Yes, it's drilling, sweet. Okay, I can see a problem forming here. And that is a very simple problem of it's not putting stuff in because it's too full of iron, and it needs a lot more copper than it would need iron. Right now it's holding iron as well. My guess is what's going to happen is it's going to fill up with the iron, and then not be able to place in copper. So we're going to have to split these lines. I'm also not 100% sure if we could just remove this one, and let's say just place down a regular one. Will it only take out the drill bits? It seems like it. So it doesn't take anything out of the other inventory. That is great. Alright, sweet. We can go to the production terminal and figure out where the other location would be. Now again, I imagine this is also on level 3 at the very least. Yeah, it might actually, seeing as there's 2 exclamation marks, one of the signals might be at level 4, because I think in total we should have 3 or 4 of these. Also, a nice added benefit of this is it will constantly produce drill bits. So we should get up higher and higher. However, seeing as this increases quite drastically, I'm gonna imagine that the 2-meter drill bits are not gonna be good enough. So while we're waiting anyway, I'm gonna test something out. Okay, never mind, I guess. We cannot even put in iron and copper ore or ingots. So it specifically requires the actual materials, unlike our inventory. Because in our inventory, if we have the raw materials, it will craft these items. I'm just gonna set it to do that, and then we had the level 3. Yeah, and as expected, one of these is on level 4. We are at level 3. And also, I noticed this said something. Warehouse hub. Critical assets include agriculture machinery, power, and excavating bit 2. So that could be really good. It seems like one of them is over here somewhere, one of the signals. How big is this area, though? It's not that large. But let's start scanning. We got a high voltage system here.
Keep an eye on your echo sketch map, Breaker. Some walls are more interesting to cut through than others.
Ooh, is this more interesting to cut through?
Sure.
It is kind of weird though that they mentioned this now.
Hey!
Wow.
A battery pack. Sorry, an accumulator substation. I'll try to go easier on the recon slang. It might help you guess at what those signal names are short codes for. Accumulators won't matter for a while, but get in the habit of scanning anything and everything you find in places like these. It can only help.
Well, helping it would, so I'm gonna take everything. Because even though we can't do anything with the actual machine itself, we're getting so many components. Yeah, and like I said, it is kind of weird that they just now start explaining that about breaking some walls, one not others. On the Echo map, because on the previous floor on Victor, there was this area where you have to build or bash through. They could have easily, showed it back then. So what exactly are these things? Just accumulators? That makes me wonder, if we connect these up to the base, can we use this to get more power, essentially?
If anyone else is still around, they wouldn't be here. These places were pretty much built and left alone.
Well said. Got some goodies here, though. A lot of goodies, actually.
This sector was a dream come true for hydroelectric power. It isn't surprising that we took accumulator construction seriously down here. I faintly remember power sources in other sectors that were even stronger, but they also tended to do things like explode, set things on fire, create giant clouds of poison. You get the drift.
Right, I want to try out what I just said, as if we connect our power grid to this, and we accumulate more power. Okay, so this should technically be connected now. I think the easiest way of checking if it is, placing down a crank and see if it goes up from 450. It does say it's going up to 600, so this is working. Is this doing anything? Yes, it's accumulating power. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So basically, we have all these things cranking right now. All the excess power, I think, is going into here, which means that if they stop working, I don't have to run back every single time and crank them again, because we should have some extra power stored in this machine here. Let's go figure out what is over there at the other signal then. And seems like we can get there by drilling through this wall right here. Well, that went a lot faster than I thought.
These crank generators are toast. Try scanning both fragments, then rebuilding and activating one of them on this power floor. That door should pop right up.
Alright.
Door unpowered and secured.
Hell yeah.
Power restored.
So what is in here?
Jetpot. A warehouse. I knew that gigantic door was a good sign. Scan this place for some basic electrical machines, especially those planters and threshers on the racks, and pick up anything else you can find.
Oh sweet, we finally have access to planters. Oh, what the heck is this? The thresher, ah, okay. And then a bunch of these other kind of inserters, the fast inserters. These things take a little while. Monorail systems. This truly is the jackpot though, like there's so much to scan around here. And then of course it also wants us to get the thresher, as well as the planter. I guess we may as well start unlocking this entire line because we're gonna need these frames as well. See that there is a door over here. What does it require? Some of these chips.
Look through the window breaker. I can literally see the mining charge tech fragment on that table.
How can she see that?
Miserable bureaucrat puts high explosives behind a securely locked door. You think we would be here if we didn't know what we were doing? I want you to fix that door as soon as possible. I want you to blow things up.
Oh, okay. I think Sparks has some issues, man. What the heck are these? Atlantium ingots and railing? There's a ton of planters here, man. That's a lot of iron components and electrical. Ooh, the tier 2 drill bits. A bunch of chests, man. More stuff, even more stuff. Okay, these chests are actually good. Even though it's kind of annoying to have to go for each and every one of them. They have a bunch of goodies. And here's another large line of the planters. With a chest at the end. Ooh, accumulators. So there also seems to be some stuff up here. Never mind, that's just plant stuff. I don't know. There is a bed here, though.
If everything else is right where we left it, my camp might as well be too. If you were part of my crew, you probably recognize this place. Procedure was to take a portable habitat module into the field. That wasn't for us. So we rigged an assembler to make all this instead. We did everything our own way, but whatever they needed for the expedition, we found. People leave you alone when you get results. Those were good times. At some point, something else started to matter. That part is all a blur. I know we were supposed to go home.
Right, but going back to what we have to do. So we have to get in here, right? In order to get in here, we need some of these machines. And those are the processor units, because we also have to craft those anyway. Meaning we're going to have to figure out where to unlock those. Okay, they're over here. We need 15 more of those cores. I will admit that's a lot of cores, man. We don't even have that amount, or amount of stuff on us anyway. This is not working as fast, mainly because of the copper, it looks like. Yeah, we ran out. That is really unfortunate, because we are going to need a lot of it. I see one of the drills is also empty. So I'm wondering, right, if we break to the other side of this copper vein, can we drill it from both sides? Because I won't lie, that will be very helpful. Of course, what it will also be is very expensive, because we are going to need a lot of fuel to keep this running. Sweet, that seems to work. That means, let's connect this up to the system. And I'm gonna have to run around and collect a bunch of plant matter. You know, I'm kind of hoping that the planters will automatically produce it. Without, like, many resources or manual labor attached to that. Alright, there we go. All the drills should be drilling. That should produce a lot more copper. Right now, I'm also going to disable this line, because we are going to need a lot of copper ourselves. How far are we, though, on this track? Okay, we're about halfway. Or we're just over halfway by the looks of it. In the meantime, I suppose we may as well check out how the planter works.
Supply with seeds to rapidly reproduce fully grown flora.
Ah, damn it. How the heck are we going to get seeds, though? I've been picking up a lot of plants, but we haven't found any seeds just yet. Alright, next up, I suppose, we also have the thresher. So I got a bunch of these things from random plants. Oh, these are the seeds. Oh, sweet. And then this, I think we can turn into plant matter as well. Alright, this is producing more kindle vine. So this seems like it would be an infinite loop. And that is quite interesting, so we're gonna have to set that up. Then we need 6 kindle vine stems. We have that, though. Right, but we need it in the terminal itself. So we need another thresher. And let's go put that in the terminal at Victor here. Alright, there we go. Now upgrade it to tier 2. Next up, it wants a core composer as well as a water wheel. So we're going to get into hydraulic power, or water power. Pretty good. That sounds pretty good because the water power probably means infinite power. Also, interestingly enough, we can see the exact floor on some of these, so we can see how far we can get, right? Seems like level 15 is the highest.
Signal triangulated.
Alright, there we go. We got a bunch of new stuff. And that is our priority as well. Investigate the CS signal. Okay, well, I guess since it's priority, right? We may as well check that out if we can. It seems to be on the storage level here, on level 3. And I guess it's in the facility?
A door.
Oh.
Floor.
Did not expect to find that. Let's jump down.
Armaments detected. Consult with range safety officer before proceeding with discharge of weaponry.
Weapons? On Calyx? To shoot at what? Rocks? Feels like we're headed a long way down. Deeper than anything about the expedition was supposed to be buried. Just so you know, I didn't come here to kill anybody or anything. And neither did you. Don't even think about it.
What the hell did we just stumble into? Ooh, this looks like one of those teleporting things. Hopefully we get that, because I don't see a way out of here, man. Except for this elevator. A laser pistol? Okay. I'm just gonna, keep this on me, just in case.
Attention, this is a pre-recorded message from Major Noémie Laurent, cosine Mirage. Your attempt to acquire a laser pistol schematic has been automatically flagged in case you are mutineers or aliens or unhappy about whatever. By order of command, I'm supposed to tell you that all weapons manufactured in Sector Victor will be permanently configured for simulated combat only. I am presently engaged in critical research, but when my work is done and intersector traffic resumes, I am sure arrangements will be made to either forgive or shoot you. In the meantime, feel free to shoot each other as much as you want.
She seems nice. Hopefully, it isn't just the 3 of us.
Well, I gotta say, that seems kind of interesting. Also, I just disassembled the floor. What is this, though? Activate laser pistol in tech tree to unlock a laser game? There's a minigame? Oh, here it is. We need to find more. And this is a fast travel. We are at the red team. There is a fly. Okay. Oh, I can scan these at least. This is such a weird facility, though, but this seems like a laser tag kind of situation. Okay, this is the flag. Yeah, okay, so these 3, they're not that far apart by the looks of it. And I'm guessing the blue team is over here, so I'm guessing that's more for multiplayer rather than for me, I suppose, as a single player dude. Gotta admit that that is such a weird thing to randomly throw in here. But okay, we got that. Requires 25, oh man. Oh no, and it's gonna keep flashing until we have it. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. We're gonna need to charge this up real quick. I hope that this is a floor that produces power. It isn't. And how the heck do we charge this thing up? I wonder. And I also cannot place stuff under here. But if we do this, right, it's like right up against it. And that also does not charge it. Well, my other idea would be to just step on here again. Which, it ain't working. Interact with Nexus to initiate fast travel. Oh, wait, that middle one is the only one that's actually active? I guess so. Okay, well that's good. At least we can get the heck out of here. Let's look at this. So yeah, as expected, it just gives back the Kindle Vine. And then the Kindle Vine can just go in here. Produces more seeds, more stuff. And it basically looks like an endless loop. Which is good, I can automate that. However, I'll be doing that off camera. We seem to be getting quite a few resources, which is pretty nice. And that means we can make a ton of these cores. Which is good, because we're gonna need 15 at least to make the processor unit to open up the door that we saw down there. And I also just want to unlock a bunch of old stuff as well. I want to basically get up to date. I've kind of been neglecting the whole core building process, because it requires quite a few materials. However, what I can do now is make an infinite plant matter machine with this thresher here, as well as the planter. So I'll set up a couple of those off camera. I'm gonna extend my power grid quite a bit. And then in the next episode, we should be good to head towards level 4. As well as figure out what was behind that door. Because Spark was talking about explosives, which sounds pretty damn interesting, alright? So for now, I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye everyone.